Hello and welcome to more Vintage Cube Draft. No power, but we do have some good cards. We have Prismatic Vista, which is like, out of the fetches, this is the best one. Like if you're only going to get one fetch, this is the best one to have because it always gets two colors. Or like it's going to be playable in any deck you end up with. So this is probably the best fetch to like start out with. But the other fetches have a higher ceiling because they can fetch dual lands like Plateau, which give you more like long-term mana fixing. So I think I'm going to start with Prismatic Vista. There's also Draga Tree Speaker, very good, worth mentioning. And then it kind of drops off from there, like Venser, Night of Autumn, Plateau are like the picks, and then maybe Repeal. But I like Vista. It just keeps you open to do kind of whatever. There's the Yawgmoth's Will. So that just ended up in my deck. I don't really know like why it just transported into my deck, but I guess we're stuck with it. Here we have Palinchron, Renin 6, Monastery Mentor, Izzet Signet. I don't think I'm taking Palinchron. I think it's between Izzet Signet, Mentor, and Ren. And Mentor is a good like storm win condition. If you're just going off, this can give you a bunch of tokens. The problem is you need another turn. So I think I'm just going to take the Signet, and that can hopefully get us there. There's Lion's Eye Diamond. So there's a lot of times where you could try and wheel this. Like I think Yawgmoth's Bargain, Breeding Pool, and Opposition Agent are good. But this early in the pack, there's a possibility that some degenerate would try and force Storm. I don't know who would ever do that, but anyway, someone might try and do that, and then you would lose your Lion's Eye Diamond, and like this is the dream combo with Yawgmoth's Will. From this pack, there's Faithless Looting, which is actually kind of awesome with Yawgmoth's Will. Really sets it up. There's a Dimir Signet, which is good mana. Thassa's Oracle is a fine win con, but it should come around. I'm not too concerned about that one. I think it's really between Dimir Signet and Looting. I actually, because we have Yawgmoth's Will, I think I really do like Faithless Looting. Ooh, there's the Citadel. Citadel's really good, especially if we can find a Tinker. Or like a Goblin Welder to put it into play. That's actually not a thing I've seen happen. Goblin Welder with Bolas's Citadel is something that would be fun. Chalice, Top, all these things. I'm just going to take this. It has the highest upside. I may not end up getting there, but like Tinker Storm is so sweet that I would just kind of do anything I could to try and make that happen. Here we have Tezzeret, Firebluff Canal, Boros Signet, potentially a Mesmeric Fiend. So Tezzeret, he's going to take a while before he can grab a Citadel. I think I'm just going to take Spirebluff Canal. Storm usually ends up Grixis colors, so having fixing now will be helpful later. There's Lotus Petal and Charticourse. I think typically the limiting factor for Storm is mana, and Lotus Petal on its own is not very good. But when you're doing Yawgmoth's Will things with Lion's Eye Diamond, Lotus Petal, you know, it's kind of like 0 mana add 2 of any color, which is a good rate. I think Chart of Course is also really, really good though, especially like with this because you draw 2 and then the discard doesn't matter. But I think this card is less replaceable. Here we have Repeal and Basalt Monolith. Basalt Monolith does enable a really quick Bolas's Citadel, which is worth mentioning. Repeal is good with like our Moxes or whatever. It also gives us some amount of interaction. All right, I'll take the Repeal. If Basalt Monolith was one of the other ones, I'd probably take it, but as it is, I think it's just fine. Ooh, the classic problem, Seething Song versus Empty the Warrens. I'm going to take Seething Song. I know people are going to get mad at me for passing Empty, because I always do, and then I have trouble winning the game. But we have 2 packs, and Empty the Warrens going that late means like Brain Freeze or Mind's Desire, Tendrils will hopefully come around. And Seething Song also gives us out to do more fun things like Thousand Year Storm, which I think like this is one of the better enablers for that deck. Here we have Palinchron, Inkwell Leviathan, Hydroid Krasis, and a Serpent. This is really, really not looking like it's going to be a Palinchron deck, so I think I'm just going to take Hydroid Krasis on the off chance I need some card draw. The other option was Stonecoil Serpent, which is probably the more reasonable pick, especially, yeah, actually, I think Stonecoil was the pick, because it's good with Tinker, which is a card I'd like to pick up. Yeah, actually, I regret that, but it is what it is. Ooh, we get Bargain back? Okay. Well, we have all the card draw we could want. Signet versus Thassa's Oracle. Alright. I'll take a Thassa's Oracle just in case. So now I do have a win con. Oracle Yawgmoth's Bargain is kind of fun. Last pick sort of Feast and Famine. Right where it should be. No, I think the swords are fine, like they're playable, but they just don't lead to very fun game patterns most of the time is what I've noticed. Oh wow. Mox Jet, Mox Diamond, Wasteland, Spellseeker's pretty good. Polluted Delta I would like, but I mean, we just take the Mox when we can get it. It's a little unfortunate. This deck would like absolutely love a Mox Diamond as well, but it's hard to complain about getting fast mana. What else do we want? Dark Ritual and Cabal Ritual would be really good. Like, we have these big 6 mana black plays, and Seething Song doesn't really help with that. Metamorphose would, though. Metamorphose would be really good. Well, there's Tinker. So I did get punished for passing the artifact, but we're still going to take this. Tinker for Citadel is awesome. It's possible I end up wanting to put Sword of Feast and Famine in my deck for Tinker. I don't think I will, but it's an option. Yeah, Hydroid Crisis would just be an artifact. But it's still sweet. I mean, Tinker Storm is so fun. Honestly, I really wish there was a life gain card in this deck, or in this cube. Like Aetherflux Reservoir. I've been wanting that card to be in the cube for so long. Oh, Uro is interesting. You gain 3 life. He's probably worse than just taking Ponder. Yeah, he's worse than Ponder, but it is life gain. Brazen Borrower, Gilded Lotus, Phyrexian Revoker. Do I have the mana for Gilded Lotus? Not really. I mean, maybe. I could like Signet into Lotus and then just like hardcast one of these and win. It's just so expensive. But I guess it's also a decent Tinker like payoff. So I'll take it there. Here we can take Skull Clamp to go with Tinker. Goblin Welder, actually. Actually, I'm going to take a Goblin Welder. That's also a good avenue to get Bolas' Citadel, Gilded Lotus into play. I could have tried to wheel it and just taken Skull Clamp because, like, it's a 1-mana artifact, but it didn't feel that good. Here we have Cryptic Command, Winter Orb, or the Forge Master. Don't really know what our mana is looking like, to be honest. But I'm feeling Cryptic Command. I think one of the artifacts will come around, and Cryptic, it's looking like I'm going to be red-blue. Ooh, Lotus Bloom is really good with Goblin Welder, actually. Is it good with Bolas' Citadel? I don't actually know. I want to look that up. It appears the CMC is 0, so this is just insane. Vampiric Tutor is also good, but I kind of want to try this combo. It's good with Citadel, it's good with Goblin Welder, because you can like discard it to Faithless Looting and then welder it into play. So I think I'm okay with it. Here we have, oh wow, I think I gotta take Dark Ritual because of these cards, but there's a lot of good things there. Relic, Brainstorm. Relic being less good because it exiles my graveyard too. But this deck is looking nice. We want Tendrils. Brain Freeze would be acceptable. Wow, Thirst for Knowledge, Cabal Ritual, Wormcoil. Oh man. Thirst for Knowledge is so good with Goblin Welder specifically. Cabal Ritual is so good with like the rest of my deck. I think I'm going to take Cabal Ritual. That was a tough pickup though. Here we can take Pyroclasm for the sideboard. I don't think I'm going to be workshopping because most of my stuff is so cheap. We're in Power Stone. I'll take that. It's a pretty nice card here. This deck is looking good. We just need a win con. I mean, this kind of counts, but I'm going to run out of life. Like, I don't have any draw 7s. So I think we basically just need to very much value card draw. I'm actually going to take Mastermind's Acquisition. That can find me like alternate win cons when I'm going off. I might actually play this card too. As embarrassing as it is to put in your deck, like sometimes it does get there. Obviously they could replace this with like a bunch of other cards and they would be more useful, but if it's in my deck, I'll play it. Okay, what do we have here? Jace Fringe Prodigy seems very good here. Walking Ballista is kind of a win con. Mirari Conjecture can get back. Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, Cryptic Command, Repeal, and then some sorceries. Teferi's a win con. And then High Tide. I love High Tide, but I guess I'm probably... Well, with Yawgmoth's Will, I probably am playing Seething Song. I think I'm just going to play Jace. Oh, there's Duretti as well. I actually might wheel Duretti. Oh man, all in the same pack. Jace the Mind Sculptor and Watery Grave. We have quite a few playables. I think I'm just going to take the Watery Grave. This deck is kind of all about like doing stuff at instant speed. Here we can take Impulse. It's crazy that I'm not seeing any other Storm cards. This always happens to me. I pass empty and then I don't get any other Storm win cons, which I still think is correct. I know it's happened to me many times, but I still think it's correct to pass empty the Warrens because it's just not that great, and like we'll find some way to win the game. I like Impulse. I can wheel Baral potentially. Like Mind's Desire. There's a win con. Yeah, we take Mind's Desire, passing Blood Crypt. Although, yeah, I think I have to take Mind's Desire here. Blood Crypt would be fantastic, but I just need some way to win the game. So now we can Mind's Desire for Thassa's Oracle and then win that way. Frantic Search is very good in our deck. Maybe we can wheel Mana Flare. But like, this is very good with Yawgmoth's Will. It's really good with Goblin Welder. It just feels kind of everything we're looking for. Here we have Ancestral Vision and Arid Mesa to look at. Vision you can cast off of Bolas' Citadel for 0 mana, which is kind of good. And right now Arid Mesa doesn't get any lands, but it could. I think this has more upside. Because again, our deck is pretty short on card draw. We don't have any Time Twister, Time Spiral, or anything. It's more or less like tinker into Citadel. Yeah, I got really punished for passing the artifact creature. What do we have here? Kozilek, Butcher of Truth gives me a way to shuffle, but that's so bad with my Yawgmoth's Will combos. I guess we could take Sling Gang. I don't have Empty. I always forget this card's only good with Empty the Warrens. It does gain you life. Ah, sure. It's a fine... Oh, there's Tendrils! Oh, we did it. Okay, Tendrils in the deck. Our deck's perfect. Oh, that's so good. Okay, I mean, this deck looks really good now. I don't even need Thassa's Oracle or Looter. Right now we have 26, I think, because these are all spells effectively. At this point, I'm considering cutting Seething Song, Faithless Looting, but I can do some really slick turn 1 plays with like Faithless Looting, Goblin Welder, Citadel. I don't know how I feel about Bargain, but I don't have any other way to draw cards, so I think I have to. Daretti, Metalworker, High Tide. I think I just cut Faithless Looting and run Daretti instead. Yeah, Daretti actually seems decent here. Bazaar of Baghdad, I don't think I'm playing, but you never know. Baral is okay. It's good with Cabal Ritual, Impulse, Seething Song, Tinker, Yawgwill, Frantic Search, Tendrils, Mind's Desire. Baral's decent. So yeah, we're cutting Faithless, I think, for Daretti. Electromancer, much worse than Baral. Oh! Mana Flare and Wishclaw. Oh wow, that's tough. I think I'm gonna go with Wishclaw. That's a Tinker Enabler, right? Yeah, that seems good. That was a tough decision because there's also other things. I'm gonna get rid of Mastermind's Acquisition now. Like Mana Flare would be good with like Frantic Search, and if you like Lotus it out and cast Mana Flare, you can get a ton of mana. But I think this deck actually has a good bit of mana now. The color fixing is gonna be challenging. I'll take the Goose. Kozilek. All right, if I can't play against Brain Freeze, I can bring him in. So what are we cutting? Here's my lands. 27. I guess I'll count Lotus Petal as a land, because I have LED Lotus Bloom kind of, so I'll run like 16 land in this deck. Still means I have a lot of cuts. I could see just cutting Ancestral Vision. It's good. Ancestral Vision is good with Mind's Desire and Bolas' Citadel, though. I don't think I'm going to be able to cast Cryptic Command. I really do think Seething Song's just fine. It's mostly just worse than Dark and Cabal Ritual. I need to make one more cut. I think the one-of copy of Repeal is nice. It just like, it gives you an answer to deal with problematic permanents, and it cycles for a card, but I could see cutting it, because like, I basically need all of my artifacts. Alright, goodbye Repeal. No interaction whatsoever, Mono Storm, let's go. 4-6-2, that honestly feels correct, and I don't know why. That gives me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 blue sources, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 black sources. I think I'm gonna go up 1 blue and down 1 black because I have Dark Rituals to get there. As far as red goes, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, actually, that mana seems okay. 15 land plus a mox is 16. Lotus Petal's like kind of a land, so I'm running like 16 and a half, but my curve, aside from these, is relatively low. The only thing to consider potentially is that like Yawgmoth's Bargain hitting that off Bolas' Citadel would be kind of rough, but then I guess I could just pay 1 life to draw a card with Citadel in play, so like if I hit an expensive thing I can draw through. I think it's good. We're just gonna run it, see what happens. See you guys round 1. Alright, we're playing against MP 101147. We are on the draw. We have a Suspend Lotus Bloom, a Worm Power Stone. I think I'm actually gonna keep this hand. It's got a lot of mana and then Bolas' Citadel. As long as I don't Thoughtseize my Citadel, I think we should be okay. And there's our last land. Suspend this, play this tapped. Go ahead. We have all of our colors. We just gotta hope that they're not too quick of a deck. They're just blue-white with really good fixing. Colonnade and Tundra is kind of scary. But we draw Signet, which is awesome. If they counter Signet, that clears the way for Power Stone down the road, which is good. Wow. See, the thing about them using Counterspell there is that tells me they have so much counter magic, or they're planning to use their mana for the rest of the game. And I'm not sure which is worse for me. Let's go Swamp into Power Stone and just hope they don't counter Bolas' Citadel. Like, if they just spend their turn Cryptic Commanding my Lotus Bloom, drawing a card, that's perfect. They can't even cast Cryptic Command, actually. Bribery? Opposition. Sure. Less good. So they can tap down Lotus Bloom, Wurn Power Stone. Let's hope they just tap down my lands. Okay, so they do that. I can't get Frantic Search mana off of that. Interesting. So they tap that. I think I want to save my land play, so I'm actually going to let opposition resolve. I guess I just want to do this one. Tap this for blue. I made this mistake before. I did the Frantic Search, and then I didn't let opposition trigger resolve, and then I was very sad. So let's let Lotus Bloom resolve and see if they counter that. Okay, now I'm going to Frantic Search. I don't know about that. I didn't want both of those. Which one do I go for? Citadel or Bargain? I think I go for Citadel. I discard Gilded Lotus because they have opposition. And then I guess I'm going to discard Prismatic Vista because I have 6 mana for Citadel here. And I'm not playing around Daze because you really want to be able to hit lands off of Bolas's Citadel like that. Dark Ritual's a good start. Impulse, good. I can Phyrexian Revoker opposition, or I can Cabal Ritual out Yawgmoth's Bargain. I think that makes the most sense. Cast this. Now I can draw cards and then play whatever I need. I guess I'd rather have this in play. Draw a card. This is a sick combo. So I don't actually know what I can hit to win from here. Baral is helpful because I already used Dark Ritual and Cabal Ritual. I guess I have to hit Yawgmoth's Will off the top. Oh, LED is very good too. Yeah, that works. Ancestral Vision. So I could just crack LED for black here. Let me think about this. Yeah, hold control, crack LED for black. And then I can Wishclaw Talisman for Yawgmoth's Will. I guess I'll Ancestral Vision myself first. Play a Mox. Now I can Wishclaw for Yawgmoth's Will. Although I could just ponder for it. Tinker, let's shuffle. There it is. Yawgmoth's Will, cast. And then we LED, Dark Ritual. This is so sick. Ball Ritual, and then we kill him with Tendrils! Yeah! What an engine that is. Alright, that's a turn 4 kill through opposition counterspell. Pretty decent. Opposition is kind of annoying. This does make me want to bring in Repeal. They probably have Artifact Hate now, but I think that's okay. I'm gonna cut Baral. Run it like that. Yeah. Having 2 suspend cards in your opening hand's gotta be good, right? They have Counterspell or something. There's Yawgwill. Okay, suspend. And I'm gonna shock myself, I think. Suspend here. Go ahead. They play a land and don't do anything. If they're just holding up counterspells, I think they're gonna have a bad time. Because my deck can play around counter magic relatively well because of the Yawgmoth's Will. The downside is, if Yawgmoth's Will leaves my hand, I'm actually in trouble. But they don't need to know that. We'll save Lotus Petal for Storm Count. Coalition Relic. I'm actually going to Impulse now. Dark Ritual, Gilded Lotus, Phyrexian Revoker, Yawgmoth's Bargain. I guess I'm missing card draw, so we'll take the Bargain. Phyrexian Revoker on Coalition Relic is also pretty tempting. But I think being able to jam the Bargain gives us some type of like proactive plays that we don't have currently. So Vision comes down soon-ish. Firebluff Canal is untapped this turn specifically. Go ahead. So if they get us with opposition, they get us with opposition. But we do have Repeal, which can eventually help. Sylvan Library. Okay, we need to pressure them now. Sylvan Library is a bit scary. We'll see if they counter Lotus Bloom or go for the Bargain. Cast. What do I want to do? They have 3 cards in hand. One of them's probably Counterspell. They didn't even level up Coalition Relic. They could have Cryptic Command. I think we definitely want a Prismatic Vista. I'm just deciding, if I cast Yawgmoth's Bargain, I'm wasting 1 mana. Next turn I can go for Bargain without having to crack the Lotus Bloom. And I'll have Ancestral Vision. I kind of like doing that more. We're just going to wait a turn. Basically, they're not doing anything scary. And being able to keep Lotus Bloom intact and have Ancestral Vision go off is going to be helpful. Now, if they just pay max life with Sylvan Library, things get more suspicious. They pay no life. Okay. 7 mana upheaval. Okay. That's fine. I guess I do want to thin out my deck a bit. I can fetch here. Yeah, I do want to thin my deck slightly. Grab a swamp. Upheaval is not what I was expecting. So there's no point in cracking Lotus Bloom. I don't have any instants. And I'd rather just be able to suspend it here. I guess it does let me like cast Goblin Welder next turn, which could be useful. And they just play Relic. Yeah, okay. That's actually pretty good because it makes my Ancestral Vision not good unless I draw like rituals and stuff. Oh, but I just drew Tinker. And Goblin Welder. Okay. I don't even want to suspend that. I kind of want to discard it. Play this. Play out my Goblin. Play Lotus Petal just so I don't have to discard. I can't Tinker this turn because I would have to stack Lotus Petal to cast Dark Ritual. I'm just deciding if I would like to discard Lotus Bloom to hand size. I think I'm better off suspending it and then passing turn and just discarding some lands. Mountain, Mountain, Swamp. So I can Tinker for a Citadel if I don't draw it this turn. They have Lotus Cobra, but they played it after their land, which is a bit weird. Let's draw an artifact, please. Ooh, Doretti is actually pretty good too. I can't think of a reason to not go for Tinker here. I mean, they could have Counterspell, but if they don't, then it's going to be really bad. Okay, counter it, that's fine. I just have black. We pass turn. And here's where I'm happy that I suspended Lotus Bloom. I could potentially go for it next turn. I don't think so. Because I can Yogg-Will, Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual. No, I need another artifact. Opponent replay Sylvan Library. So far their deck has done actual nothing. Oh, that's quite good. Let's go Mox Jet. Watery Grave untapped because I maybe want triple black, who knows. Doretti. Draw 2, or discard 2, then draw 2. It's going to be Island. I think I just discard 1 because Yawgmoth's Bargain is going to be good. Then I draw Repeal. Okay, last turn. Now they're paying life with Sylvan. They're down to 12. I might be able to kill them very soon. In fact, I forgot I'm getting Lotus Bloom. I think I can kill them this turn. Lotus Bloom's so strong. Unless they have too many other creatures, but with only 2 creatures, I think I might be able to do it here. So we cast the Bloom. We'll see what they tap down. So they're tapping Lotus Bloom. So I have a few options. I can repeal this in my upkeep, or I can repeal their opposition, I mean, using that mana, or I could just let it get tapped, but then I can't really sacrifice it. I think that's okay though, because I can trade Lotus Bloom for Lotus Petal. And here we're going to tap this and repeal my Mox, I think, just to get more storm count and card draw. Or, let me think about this turn. I'm assuming they have no interaction, right? So we have Goblin Welder, sacrifice Lotus Bloom, get out Lotus Petal. And then tap Mox Jet, sacrifice Mox Jet for Lotus Bloom. So that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I can Yawgmoth's Will plus Tinker. So actually, I think I'm just going to let this be tapped and not repeal anything. Because I don't necessarily want to draw the Citadel. Actually, I don't mind drawing the Citadel, because then I could just discard it. So yeah, let's just repeal Mox Jet. I draw Wurn Power Stone, okay. Ooh, Frantic Search is pretty good too. Go Mox Jet. Goblin Welder, Lotus Bloom for Lotus Petal. Then, I guess I uptick Doretti, discarding Wurn Power Stone, Yawgmoth's Bargain? Or maybe just Wurn Power Stone. Is it Signet is pretty nice. You know, I completely messed up what I was going to do, actually. I forgot Doretti was going to get back Lotus Bloom. That was bad. That was really bad, actually. That was kind of a big punt. I don't know why I didn't Doretti get the Lotus Bloom. That was the whole plan. Well, here we are. I got so tunnel visioned into just thinking that, like, this was going to happen. I was like, forgot the enablers. I think we're still okay, though. But I should have definitely at least cast Yawgmoth's Bargain that turn. The somewhat nice thing here is that I have Frantic Search, so like if they do opposition tap down my lands, they can't stop me too badly. Organic Ooze, they can tap down 4 things. They already used Counterspell. Yeah, I think we should be okay. Load of mana here. I hope they just tap down 3 lands in my upkeep. Tapping down Goblin Welder is interesting. I mean, I guess I just trade Lotus Petal for Lotus Bloom here. That resolves, that resolves. They tapped on my Lotus Bloom. I can sacrifice that for mana, but that doesn't actually really help me with my Frantic Search, I don't think. I just let that get tapped. Then I tap that. Okay, so now I Frantic Search. After these resolve. Frantic Search. Discard Wishclaw Talisman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can just hard cast a Yawgmoth's Bargain here. Not the worst. But I think I would rather just go for the win. So we can Daretti downtick and sacrifice Mox Jet, because I can recast that off Yawgmoth's Will to get back a Lotus Petal. Then we can sacrifice Lotus Petal for, I don't think it matters too much, blue. Then we Yawgmoth's Will. I'm not playing a land because I want to land post, okay, there we go. Lotus Petal. I want to land post Bolas' Citadel activation. Mox Jet, Dark Ritual. Then we tap this and we tinker away. I guess just Lotus Bloom. Grabbing Bolas' Citadel. Casting Cabal Ritual, very, very good there. They Beast Within, and it gets exiled. Okay, I can work with this. We Cabal Ritual. So I have 6 mana, and then I basically just have to Yawgmoth's Bargain into Tendrils, and that seems good enough for me. Yeah. I think I actually have a deterministic win here. Because I have, yeah, there's Tendrils. The Storm count is 9. Play this. Tendrils you for 10. Ooh, that was close. This deck's really good. I'm glad I have both Bargain and Citadel. See you guys round 2. Alright, here for round 2 against Sempris. We're on the play. Can we get our suspend cards in our opener again? No, but we have a pretty good hand. We have Tinker. What do I want to do? I think I actually want to play turn 1 Jace. This is hard to say because I can turn 1 Jace if they don't kill it. That looting should find me an artifact to Tinker because I effectively need 3 mana, but yeah, I'm going to play turn 1 Jace. Cast Lotus Petal, because this can dig me into lands. If I find a land, I can play Baral turn 2, and that makes Tinker cheaper, makes Frantic Search good, and like I kind of have the components I need to go off. I draw my land, so let's go land. I don't think I really... I guess I do loot just in case I find something better than Baral. I'll discard Gilded Lotus, then play Baral. Go ahead. Lesnia Signet's cool. So if I draw a 0 cost artifact, that could be good. I can Frantic Search into Wurn Power Stone. Let's activate... I think I can flip Jace this turn, right? Yeah, okay, let's actually flip Jace. Frantic Search. Discarding Ponder. Can I Tinker this turn? I don't actually know. I have 3 mana. Tinker costs 2. Let me go through this math. Definitely discarding Ponder. I have 1, 2, 3 mana. Tinker costs 2. Wurn Power Stone costs 3. Then I can Jace. Oh, I only have 2 mana, actually. Right, because I'm only untapping 2 lands here, so it's mana neutral. Okay, then Wurn Power Stone doesn't really work. I think this is tough. I guess I discard Tendrils of Agony. That tells them what's going on, but I think it's okay. Then we flip Jace, discarding an island. Then we just uptick Jace, play Wurn Power Stone. Hope they don't steal our Tinker, hit them for 1. Because like Jace ultimate, whenever you cast a spell, target opponent mills 5 cards is also pretty good. They just play a Signet. They could have counter magic, but then I can just flash it back. I think we just go for Tinker here and see what happens. Remand would be brutal, but I can pay for Mana Leak. Okay, let's get Citadel. Revoker seems good. Man, Bolas' Citadel is good. Name, is it Signet? No, they don't really have any mana. We get to draw 3. I think I want to hold control off the vision in case I draw an instant. Okay, Yawgmoth's Bargain's fine. LED, is it Signet? Play the Signet. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I named Is It Signet. That's really funny, actually. I'll play the land here. Double land is rough. I can Jace for Ponder, or potentially better would be Frantic Search, because then I can Yawgmoth's Bargain. Yeah, actually, let's Frantic Search. Black, Frantic Search. Discarding these 2. untapping 3 lands. This is so good. Then we get to go Lion's Eye Diamond, crack Lion's Eye Diamond for a bunch of black mana, cast Yawgmoth's Will, cast LED, Lotus Petal. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but I guess that works too. Do that, and we win! We've had a lot of turn 4 wins. This deck is actually insane. Don't really have any sideboards. They have quite a few artifacts, but we're fine. Run it back. How do I feel about this hand? It has a lot of mana. I'm actually going to keep. This can actually just hardcast Bolus the Citadel relatively quickly, which is like not a bad situation. Ooh, now I can hardcast Bolus the Citadel very quickly. Citadel, I think, is the best Storm card in the cube by far. No! No! It's still fine, but that is why you take into consideration Strip Mine on your turn 1 plays. It's still fine, but a little bit more punishing than I would have liked. Also, completely different deck than I was expecting, given what I saw game 1. So we go Swamp. I can Revoker, but I don't know what they have, so I'm just going to play Brawl. They countered it. Ooh. Well, it's better that than my Lotus Bloom getting mana tithed. We want them to tap out here. Cast. They can mana leak the Bloom. I do have to play a land here to cast it. I think I'm better off playing Wurn Power Stone for now. This plays around mana leak, and it means I can Citadel without a land on top. And it makes them hold up mana more. Like, if they don't do anything here, I could just keep playing lands. It does give them Cryptic Command mana now. Lesnia's Signet, okay. Play another spell. No. Alright, let's go for it. Triple black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bolus the Citadel, see if it resolves. Mana leak would hurt. They have mana drain. Okay, well, let's revoke our Selesnya Signet. That hurt quite a bit. Now I have nothing in hand, and their hand is just all gas. Enjoy. So they have mana drain, mana tithe. I'm trying to remember what they used last turn, or last game, not a whole lot. But they have like infinite mana here. Godless Shrine, okay. It's funny because I can still just draw Duretti and go off immediately. Well, I mean, depending on what they do. This could be Ugin. Maybe Teferi bouncing Wurn Power Stone isn't so bad. Oh, okay. I guess they get a card draw there. Yeah, I think I could just draw Duretti and just go off. Ponder into Duretti? Frantic Search, Jace Vryn's Prodigy, Tendrils of Agony. So I draw Frantic Search. I just cast it to cycle away these 2 lands for Jace Tendrils. Yeah, okay. I think having... Oh, I said yes. Man, I am not on it today. They float mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I'm not that scared of Teferi, so let's name Selesnya Signet. And then just go land. Do I want to play Mox? No, I'll save it for Storm. Okay, well, I guess I wouldn't have gotten anything anyway. Let's grab another black source. They would have just pathed my Jace, so it's actually kind of better that I shuffled. Big Teferi, yeah, I was a bit scared of that. So the interaction we know of, Mana Tithe, Mana Drain, and I don't think I saw anything game 1 because they just died too quickly. Okay, this can thin our deck. We have like a few turns if they don't have counter spells. I do need to be wary of Baby Teferi if I am suspending cards though, because that's not great. Skyclave Apparition stealing my Wurn Power Stone. Not the worst thing in the world. I'm not even going to float mana, there's no point. I'm a bit worried of Cryptic Command. Fetch to thin. We'll grab blue, I don't know. I have quadruple black. Okay, Impulse could be a start. Tendrils of Agony, Mind's Desire, Goblin Welder. The problem is Goblin Welder, they can just tuck him. So I think we need to get really lucky with a Mind's Desire hit like this turn. Cast Mox. 3, 4, 5, 6. Or Mind's Desire keeping a land up. Because I can hit Duretti. And I can play lands off Mind's Desire. They miscalc Mind's Desire. That's not what you want to do, but that gives me hope. And it shows me another counterspell. Tinker is good. And Goblin Welder. The problem is, do I have any good artifacts left? We definitely cast Goblin Welder. I can't believe they miscalced my spell. instead of this whatever I hit. Man, if I had just hit Duretti. So I can tinker. Let me look at my deck. I don't think I can hit anything. I guess I might as well cast it. I can turn my Mox Jet into a Gilded Lotus, which is just an upgrade. It also puts Mox Jet into my graveyard, which is worthwhile. Oh, Wishclaw Talisman. Ooh. Sure. Forgot about that one. And I will play my land for turn because you never know when you'll need it. So now I can draw an artifact and go off. The problem, they have both Teferi activations live, so I don't think I can win. Because they could just bounce Goblin Welder and then tuck Wishclaw Talisman. And then Goblin Welder has Summoning Sickness. And I didn't activate Wishclaw because, oh, interesting. They're just letting me have it? I didn't activate Wishclaw because they could just tutor for whatever answer they need. So, like, the hope is that they don't have a way to deal with it. And then I could just win on my next turn. I think in order for this to work, though, I'm going to have to draw an artifact. Unless I get Yawgmoth's Will. Okay. I mean, this is about as good as you can ask for. Let's play LED. What? Why are they doing this? Okay. That's fine with me. Maybe they didn't realize it's an instant speed activation, but I think I just win now. I grab Yawgmoth's Will. Yeah, I think I just win now. And I get a land. Oh, never mind. They say no. Okay, that happens. Let's hold control. Cast Yawgmoth's Will. In response, crack LED for... Honestly, I think I'm going to want blue. Because I'm just going to be going for Mind's Desire here. Yeah, I still have 2 rituals in my deck too. Then let's start casting things. Let's play Ponder. Jace. Duretti will be good. He can get back Bolus's Citadel. Tendrils, I think I can just win now, right? Mox Jet. 1, 2. Baral is 3. I think I'm okay shuffling. Play Mox. Play Baral. Play LED. Sacrifice this one for more blue. I actually don't think I need that much blue. Let's Impulse. Oh, we can Tinker. That seems good. Sacrifice Mox Jet for Gilded Lotus. Then I can Impulse with this blue. But I want to crack LED for blue, I guess. Or, yeah, sure. Then we Impulse. I'll grab Cabal Ritual. Any order. Cast the Ritual. Then we can play Prismatic Vista. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fetch. Get a land out of my deck. And then I can play 6 mana for Bolus's Citadel and then Mind's Desire for 5. And Frantic Search is a bad idea here, so let's just Mind's Desire now for my whole deck. And that... If Tendrils is the last one, that's fine, because I can play it still. I think I've won this game. There's Tendrils. Storm count is 12. Tendrils them for a whole bunch. Yeah, we did it! Oh my gosh, I can't believe I won that game. It was all because of my opponent just waiting to Assassin's Trophy my thing for some reason. That seemed weird, but we're in the finals. See you guys there. Alright, we're in the finals against Conman Cool 182. We're on the play. This hand has a turn 1 Phyrexian Revoker. I think, well, if I draw a land, this hand's actually pretty good. Do I risk it? Basically, here's the thing. If I draw a land, I'm going to keep this hand. If I draw a land, I can play a turn 2 Duretti, and then discard Bolus's Citadel, and then turn 3 reanimate him. I think that's worth keeping. My opponent mulliganed. Yeah, we're going to go for the turn 2 Duretti. Any untapped mana source gets us there. Opponent has a library on a mulligan. We draw land? Yes. Land, Cabal Ritual. Lotus Petal for red. Discard Bolus's Citadel. And I think I'll discard Impulse. I don't have the mana for it. Pass turn. Next turn I go Phyrexian Revoker, sacrifice, put a Bolus's Citadel into play. We'll see if they can deal with it for 1 mana. Thoughtseize? Duress doesn't do it. We're good. We're good. The one and only creature-based artifact mana source. Oh, there's Tinker too. Let's go Revoker. Aiming Black Lotus. He's gonna die very quickly. Sacrifice this to get back Citadel. Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite Storm decks I've ever had. So we can play Gilded Lotus. That'll be good later on at least. Is it Signet's good? I can Tinker, but I guess I'll wait. Wyrn Power Stone I'll play. That's a lot of mana. Barol is good. Mox Jet's very good. Yawgmoth's Will. Okay, let's... I guess I can't tinker before Yawgmoth's Will, can I? Yawgmoth's Will puts me down to 5, but then I can play a Phyrexian Revoker. Okay. Play Lotus Petal. Might as well play Cabal Ritual. Then we Impulse. Taking Ponder. That's pretty brutal, actually. So we can tap this for triple blue. Cast Ponder. We're just looking for tendrils at this point. We're definitely shuffling. Island on top. I can tinker away my Lotus Petal. Or Wishclaw Talisman. Oh, man. I did that wrong. I think I might be 1 mana short now. No. Tendrils cost 1 less. We're good. Tendrils costs 1 less. Wishclaw Talisman here for Tendrils. Tendrils them out. Yeah! Turn 3 Storm! Oh my goodness. That was sick. I almost goofed it too. I keep forgetting I can tinker for Wishclaw Talisman. I need to remember that. Because that's like a really sick line. I didn't see their deck, so... that feeling when you just kill them before they can do anything. Wow, this deck is actually absurd. What? This deck's so good! How do they beat this? I don't know if they can. I mean, I guess it involves, like, thought seizing my good stuff, but that seems hard. We suspend Lotus Bloom. Do I want to Preordain or Ponder? Yeah, because if I hit a Mox, I can tinker next turn. Jace, Swamp, Wurn, Power Stone. I'm okay with all of these, I think. Shuffle your library, no. So now I draw Jace. So next turn we're going to go for the Is It Signet. That sets up for the fastest Tinker. They him to Torok, that's going to be bad. Kitesail Freebooter taking Tinker makes me regret everything. It's fine though. I think given that, we're just going to play Jace. Yep, they do Tinker. So yeah, we're going to go turn 2 Jace because we're drawing a Swamp this turn. I forgot about that. Man, this deck is good. We go Jace. Next turn, we're going to go Wurn Power Stone. Obviously, depending on what they do. I could, if I like need to go off, I could Frantic Search into flip Jace. Mind Twist for 1? It looks like they're paying an additional... Ooh. Okay, they took opposite... Their deck looks very suited to beat mine. We lose Frantic Search as well. Okay, well, they only have 4 cards in hand, and I'm drawing pretty live because I have so much mana now. So I'm actually not in such a bad position. I have Citadel that I can draw, Yawgmoth's Bargain that I can draw, and that's about it. The downside is opponent did miss a land drop last turn, which means they have 4 spells in hand. Although, like Duress and stuff doesn't really get us anymore. We can play anything we want. They're only hitting us for 1 a turn. I'm actually feeling pretty okay about this. I don't love drawing a land, but let's just, like, get our hand pretty low. I'll even play out LED, I think. I just don't want them having more discard and getting me. They vamped for... Oh. Uh-oh. What do they have? They vamped for a land. Oh, they just go Entomb Reanimate? Wait. They skipped a land, right? This is turn 5? What did they vamp for? Emrakul, Shallow Grave. I'm actually dead exactly. Alright, fair enough. Sick plays, opponent sick plays. Do I have much sideboard against this? Not really. I guess Repeal could be useful, but I think I honestly just want all proactive plays. If they do Kitesail Freebooter my Tendrils of Agony specifically, I can't really win. Maybe I want a Cryptic Command instead of... Honestly, I haven't been that worried about my color or my mana quantity, so I'll bring in Cryptic Command and get rid of Baral. Cryptic Command is just like an answer to anything. It even deals with Corpse Dance because I can either counter it or just tap the Emrakul. This hand is really bad. This hand cannot suspend Ancestral Vision, but I can cast a pretty quick Yawgmoth's Bargain. So I guess I'll keep it and just hope they don't discard my Bargain. I really want to win this, but I think Reanimator, a good Reanimator deck with discard is probably one of our worst matchups because we don't have much disruption and like Reanimator is easy to disrupt. But then a lot of their, like, they're mono black, so they could just, like, Thoughtseize Yawgmoth's Bargain, and then my hand is so bad. They do have Mox Diamond. As long as they don't have Kitesail Freebooter. Oh, come on! I don't know if we can win now. That's really disruptive. They're down to 3 cards, though. So maybe their hand's pretty bad aside from a Duress. I can Cabal Ritual out Wurn Power Stone. I think I'm just going to play Watergrave tapped. My life total is kind of important. Opponent's passing. They might have opposition agent. Alright, we have literally all the mana in the world. Tinker's a good draw. I mean, Bargain, if it wasn't in our opener, would have been a good draw. It's possible I was supposed to bottom Yawgmoth's Bargain, but then my hand doesn't really do much. They're attacking me for 2. I accept. Come on, deck. Give me the goods. Tinker. Citadel, even. I can just cast Citadel. Frantic Search. Yeah, I guess I go for it. Yawgmoth's Will Duretti. Well, I obviously keep Yawgmoth's Will Duretti. I can Yawgmoth's Will into Yawgmoth's Bargain this turn? Did I play land? No. So how much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? So I can Yawgmoth's Bargain. I think that's gotta be the play. Okay, let's go for this. Sacrifice this for... well, let's just do this. Because I guess I do want Lotus Bloom in my graveyard. So let's sacrifice this first. And I just want a bunch of black mana. Black, do this. Yawgmoth's Will. Dark Ritual. Cabal Ritual. Yawgmoth's Bargain. Start drawing cards. Because I can hit Tinker. Goblin Welder is also quite useful. Eastman's Prodigy also quite useful. Lotus Petal also good. Okay, so I'm up to 7. Draw more because I'm going to be playing cards this turn. There's Tendrils. Can I just hit him with Tendrils? I have Lotus Petal. I can draw Mox. This is 6, 7, 8. I think I can just get him with Tendrils if I find my Mox. Tinker. It's unfortunate that I drew Gilded Lotus and Lotus Bloom. I don't think that does it. I think we have to find our specific Mox Jet. Oh, LED might do it as well. Cast LED. I think I can win this. We're gonna play Lotus Petal. Stormcrown is 8. Yeah, Frantic Search into Tendrils does it. Frantic Search. The cards I discard will be exiled. Draw 2, discarding Spirebluff Canal and Vista. Untap these. So Stormcrown is 9, Tendrils will be 10. I want to just make sure, so let's see if I can hit my Mox first. Alright, I think this is lethal. This is a 9 plus Tendrils as 10 for the last one. That's how you do it, turn 4 Storm. This deck is absurd. I beat a Duress and all of that. Okay, that is this might be legitimately one of the better Storm decks I've ever drafted. Because a lot of the times when I go off, or let me rephrase, this might be one of the better Storm decks that I've ever drafted that literally only had one piece of power. Because, like, I mean, Black Lotus obviously can power this up a lot, but this was running only normal cards, and it felt really, really good. It was a lot of fun to play. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this. The things I learned from this, I think Tinker Bolas's Citadel is the best thing you can be doing for Storm, or just Bolas's Citadel in general. So, like, Duretti Citadel, Goblin Welder Citadel, I think this is the best Storm card. So I would take it pretty highly if you're trying to do a Storm type thing. Followed by Tinker, obviously, but Duretti was kind of impressive. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you soon.